Morning again, my friends. I had a message from a young gentleman last night, was asking me about fold crimping new holes on the mech. Does it do a good job? And the answer to that is absolutely yes, it does. It makes them look like factory new. I mean, it's just one of those deals. Y'all know I love my Lee load all, and it does a great job. The reason I show it so much is, guys, since ammo's been so hard to get lately, teaching you the easiest, fastest way to get into reloading. And the Lee Load All 2 is a real simple, easy to learn machine, guys. But the mech is a better machine, upgraded machine. Problem with it is they're finicky. Anything has more mechanical stuff to it becomes more finicky. This is a field machine. There are no adjustments on it. The mech has several adjustments, but once you get them tuned in, it makes absolutely perfect shells. I'm gonna show you a few here real quick. I'm cutting me some TPS cushion wads. I cut them down to 1.950 inches long. Mine are a hair bit longer than Wade's. Problem with that is, like Wade showed, he cuts his at 1.8 inches, but they'll work in 2 3/4, 3, and 3 1/2. These will only work in 3 and 3 1/2. But anyhow, on to the video here real quick. These are, which there's a lot of these out there, the Magnum primed Fiochis. There's a boatload of them out there, been lately anyway. I got bags and bags of them. But using this TPS cushion wad, and it's a Magnum primed hull, I'm dropping down to 27. You can drop down to 26, guys. It'll shoot good. Might even do better for you. It's hard to say. But 27 grains of long shot. I'm not trimming it at all. Being that I'm fold crimping, I do not trim my hulls. 27 grains of long shot, 18 pellets, stacks of 3 in this TPS cushion wad. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. It comes right up to the top of that wad that I've cut, guys. Then I just cover it up with Ballistic Products original buffer, just barely covering the pellets, folks. That's it. Now, you can use, if you want to, you can drop anything down there as an overshot card, guys, to just cover up the tops of these. You know, use as an overshot card. Here's 20 gauge, and that's been what I've been using, a 20 gauge, because I was out of 12 gauge. But this little 5/8 inch paper punch that you can buy on eBay. Tell you what I've done. Here's an old empty, well, it's not even empty, double zipper freezer bag from the Dollar General, man. I just throw this thing up on there, folks. I'll show you real quick. You can make your own overshot cards. Any cardboard box, cereal boxes, it don't matter. You stick it on there, guys. You punch it. And I dropped it in the floor, so I guess I dropped that one in the floor. There's one. It has a tray I'm supposed to have in the bottom of it to catch these, but I took it off the other day. It's laying up there somewhere. Anyhow, you can take a 5/8 inch punch it. If you got a bunch of old cereal boxes, spaghetti noodle boxes, any kind of box laying around, you can punch out your own. They work great. But all right, back on to what we're doing. So I just made me some overshot cards. I thought I'd just threw a shell together. I done jumped around and made myself get all kinds of confused. That happens when you get old. So until I figure out what I've done, we'll do this again. 27 grains long shot powder. TPS cushion wad. Now my gun, what beauty with the TPS, you can do a full length cut, half cut, whatever you want to, how deep you want your petals. My gun does absolutely great with the half cut. 18 pellets by 3. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. I know I loaded up a shell. I'm thinking I did. Unless I'm losing my mind, folks. Anyhow, cover up a buffer powder again. You tamp it down. You just want the buffer to the top of the pellets. You don't need to go no higher than that. Come over to the mech. The mechs are great machines, but you gotta get them dialed in. Alright, I dropped one of my overshot cards in there. See that blue overshot card? I just cut it out of a box. You pre-crimp it. A lot of times I'll spin the hull one time to make sure the crimp look good. You fold crimp it. There it is, folks. I end up putting that on the roll crimper and touching it up. All right, 28 grains of long shot again. Get my scissors out of the way here. Another half cut TPS cushion wad. Slide it down there on top of your powder. 18 pellets of 30 cal. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. 18 pellets of 30 cal, guys. Cover it up again with some buffer. Just enough to cover them pellets up, guys. Take another one of my homemade Dollar General baggy box overshot cards. Throw it down up in there. Pre-crimp. Final crimp. There it is again, folks. There's another one. Alright, let's do this some more. It almost acts like I got too much taper crimp going on. So, we'll lower that up some. There's the problems with the mix right here. You got to get them exactly the way you want them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Comes up perfect stacked every time. That's when you know your pellets are good and round, when you get an even stack on every shot. So, then we're going to place another overshot card down in there. Pre-crimp it. Final crimp it. Makes it look like a factory new shell, guys. I love my mix. I just try to teach guys how to use the Lee load-all more, because the simple fact is that it's easier to learn on machine. And right now, the way times are with finding stuff, more and more folks are getting into reloading. And I mean, to try to show them the easiest way, to me, was the right thing to do. I could be wrong. Generally am. My wife tells me she allows me to be right at least once a month. Whether I need to or not, she lets me be right once a month. Trim them off. Cutting my pedals, my 4 pedals. These are half cuts because this is what shoots good in my gun. May not shoot as good in your gun. You have to play around with this stuff a little bit. But with the small pellets, half cut works great. But if I'm doing double aught, 33 cal double aught in them, the full cut works best. Yeah, I know, I look at myself strange too when I say that, but that's how it goes. That's how it works. 18 pellets once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Top of that wad every time. Another one of our Dollar General store bought overshot cards. The biggest thing with that is, and I'll show you in a minute why I always use overshot cards. Now, generally what I do is I come over here to my Gype EN2 roll crimp tool. The only thing I'm doing here, folks, is I'm putting a taper on the top of that. You don't have to do this. You can shoot it just fine the way it was. It tapers in the edge real quick. That's all it does, my friends. Just have to hit it a hair and taper them on in. Fixes them right on up. I love it when everything is dialed in good. I'm gonna do 2 more because I got the holes already sitting there. I mean wads. $18 pellets once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And once again, we're covering them up Ballistic Products original buffer. Just enough buffer on there to, like I told you, you can also use 20 gauge. It doesn't matter. You're just putting it up on top there. Makes it a prettier crimp, guys. See, that's all it does, folks. Finishes it right off, guys. Put a little more taper on that one. One problem with the 20 gauge, it can let a little bit of buffer get by, guys, because it's not the size of the 12 gauge hole, as you can imagine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, 16, 17, and 18. Takes 18 of these If you were to do it with 29 caliber, you get 21 of them in there. We'll just take one of my made up overshot cards there. How I ended up with an extra hole in there, but I did. These are what they come like, the TPS cushion wire when you first buy them. They come set up already to go into a 3.5 inch hole. All you'd have to do is slit the slits in it and throw it in the shell. I bought a box of 4,000 of them. I had to make them work somehow because I don't shoot a whole lot of 3.5s. My buddies like them, I just don't like them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Just want enough buffer to cover the pellets up. It makes them come out basically perfect, guys, on every time. Like I said, you don't have to have that roll crimp tool, but I like them. Now, as Wade does, and a whole lot of folks do, they put a miracle nail that you get at the Dollar Tree. You can use regular fingernail polish. It really don't matter, guys. Let me grab me a new bottle of it. I carry piles of this stuff laying around here. Should be a bunch of it anyway. I don't know what I've done with it, but it's here. Oh, there it is. When I go over to the dollar store, I'll buy 2 or 3 packs of them at a time. They're $1.25 now. Even the Dollar Trees went up on prices. How do you like that, folks? Used to be everything $1, and now they're $1.25. But all you do is you throw a little bit. My building's been cold. I just turned the heat on, so got to use some pliers to hang on to something. You just take a little bit and you run it around the inside there, seals it up. Plus it'll keep your buffer from leaking out. Can't get much cheaper of a sealant. If you want to, you can buy that high dollar shell sealant. I just ain't gonna do it. This stuff dries quickly. I'll box these up and throw them up on the shelf there for one of the guys at the club who'll want them come deer season. But yeah, new shells on a mech, they come out looking like factory new, guys. Mech is just one of them deals. You got to get it. You got to get everything set exactly right on it before it will give you absolute perfect results. But they'll all shoot good, I promise you that much. Ow. Poke my bad finger. But there they are, folks. Fold crimped. So then you got to pick your poison. Do you prefer the fold crimped or the roll crimped? Which way do you want to go? They're the exact same height and everything, my friends. It's just one's fold crimped and one's roll crimped. That's all it is to it. All right, y'all have a great day. I got to load some of these up for another buddy. All right, later.